It's been 6 weeks since we dropped our first set of seeds, and now it's time for the harvest. So come along and take a look and see what we're gonna get. My name is Marlene. Welcome to our home and garden channel. So this is where it all started, guys. Like at the end of March, my husband went in and turned over the soil that was resting over the winter, and then we left it for a whole month because we have had so much going on. We had some thyme over in there. It's a perennial in our garden and it was blooming, so we just left it and had it just bloom out so they would seed, and then we would have it get larger over the growing season. So these right here, these are 3 tomato plants and 2 basil plants that we got from a friend of ours. And so we lined them out. This is a smaller raised bed that we have. We just lined them out based on how we're going to put them down in there. We were so happy to receive them. And these right here, these are the green beans that we're going to be planting, or that we planted. And they came from Ferrymore's. It's one of the larger packs. And they tell you on there when to plant them. And just to show you what they look like if you've never grown, like this type of bean before. That's how they look. But I've also bought them too from the dollar store, and they turned out just as well. So you can use whichever one you prefer. So over here, this was 2 weeks after. That's a pepper my sister gave me. And you can see how the beans are looking. That was a tomato that I got. Some little tomatoes were at the bottom, which we did harvest those before. Our beans. And we had some marigolds planted in there. And that's our salvia that comes back every year. We divided it last year, so it's a perennial. It's great for pollinators. We noticed that something was biting the lower leaves of the beans, but we have a fix for that, and I'll tell you in just a moment. So over here, this is how they were looking on this side after 2 weeks. You can see the basil have gotten a lot bigger. The tomatoes have gotten bigger too. And then over here, this was 4 weeks in. And then we started to take a closer look and realize that the beans were actually about to start blossoming. So we said, well, since they're gone that far along, we're going to need to make a trellis for them. Just to show you everything that's going on over here. You can see that the salvia kind of like come over a little bit, so we had gone in and trimmed that back a little bit so they could breathe, because we like the beds to be full but not too full. And my husband made the trellis, or trellises I should say, and then I went ahead and I placed them in. And if you're using a lot of trellises, it's not a bad idea to make them yourself, because you will save money that way. And the way we do them, they last for years, and they're quite effective. These beans don't climb too much, but it helps to support the front ones and just divide them a little bit from the ones that are at the back. And in this video right here, we did a step-by-step on how we actually made them, and I'll link it at the end for you if you wanted to see it. And this is our little pollinator friend over here on the salvia, doing exactly what we want him to do. The flowers pull them in, and then they go and they pollinate the beans, and that's exactly what we want. So of course, there are many different types you can use, but this is so convenient because it's there every year. It comes back. And just take a look at it, guys. You can see we have different, stages of the beans. Some are smaller than others, which I absolutely love that. And I'd love to know what you're growing this year in your garden. Are you growing beans too? Are you growing tomatoes, peppers? Drop it in the comments and let us know what you have going on in your garden. And the thyme, look at it, guys. It is just so fluffy and so full, and it smells absolutely wonderful. And this is some taro over here. I think this is probably one of the better years that we have grown them. We usually leave some back in the soil, and then they come back the following year, and sometimes we'll just plant them fresh. So typically we harvest them like in about October, because they need 8 to 9 months for them, for the roots to mature. And over here we have this pepper plant that my sister had given me. You can see how it's looking now compared to how it was a few weeks ago. We have some red peppers on there, so we're going to go ahead and harvest those today as well too. I'm just so excited, and thank you, sis. I appreciate it. And over here we have some scallion. I did some or green onions, if you call them that. We did some companion planting with those. And all we do is just take off the green part off of our green onions and just plant the bottom. And it's one of the easiest things to get, to catch in your garden. Catches on very quickly. So just to show you here how they're looking, and this is kind of like how they were just so fruitful. And then to keep them looking nice and healthy like that, what I had to do was to get some garlic water, and I just crushed like 2 cloves of garlic and put it in. That was maybe like a quart of water, and I sprayed them every other day because once I saw the little holes that were under the lower leaves, I said, oh no, you're not going to come in and destroy my beans because I need beans. And it's been working really, really well. So we just go in and spray them. So this is how they're looking right here. This right here is week 6. So we are going to go in and get going for the harvest. Such an exciting time, guys. It just seems like such a miracle to me. You put one seed in the ground and you get so much out of it. And over here we have Rose of Sharon. And I just found out recently that all parts of the Rose of Sharon are actually edible. But let's go ahead and start with the harvesting. So I've got my little scissors in here. I started snipping them off. And I just try to get the ones that look a little bit more full because, I like when they're tender but not too small. And that way, too, it allows you to go back, in a few days and get somewhere. My husband is holding it back here for me because, as you can see, the leaves are just all over the place. These beans are just so healthy. They're even smothering out my marigolds for some reason. It's just like, but this is what it's looking like so far, guys. We have more to get. We're going to move on to the thyme. And I just love growing thyme. I love harvesting them because it smells so good. I love them on my food. I love them on fish. That's a favorite thing to put thyme on for me. Leave me in the comments, guys. What's your favorite thing to grow thyme? If you do like it, like what you enjoy it with the most. And if you'd like to see me do a video talking about growing thyme, you can leave me a note in the comments and I'll be happy to do that for you in the future. And I just wanted to take a moment to invite you to subscribe to our channel. We do gardening, tours. We show you what's at the garden centers. We do garden DIYs, and we just show you also mistakes that we and others have learned from to make your gardening experience a little bit easier. And we do weekly uploads, so if you haven't heard from us in a while, be sure to stop by and check. Tapping the bell twice definitely helps you to get notified. So I'm going in now and getting another set from here. And I don't try to take too much because it's always there. If I need more, I can just go out, and get some more and just wash them off and cook them right away. And next it was for the peppers. And this one is nice and red. And the other ones are kind of like a reddish brownish color. So I'm taking those too. And I just wanted to try one of these. They say it makes a nice tea. People use the leaves to put in salads. Even the buds can be eaten. So that was new information for me. So over here now we have the smaller raised bed with the tomatoes that, you saw earlier that a friend of ours gave to us. And look at the basil, guys. They have just grown so much. What I have to say is I noticed that whenever I buy the marigolds from the garden centers as transplants, they don't grow as big as when I grow them from seeds. So I'm going to start growing them from seeds, start early enough. We didn't get any tomatoes yet because the weather is so hot right now. This is how the blossoms, the older ones, are looking. If the plant is under stress from heat, tomatoes particularly, 90 degrees and over, they will not bear fruit. So these are the newer ones, so we're looking forward to getting some of those soon. And in this recent video, I went over how to help your plants beat the heat, especially in a heat wave or, like the really warm temperatures of summer. And I'll put that at the end for you so that you can get a chance to check it out if you haven't seen it already. So I'm just going in and harvesting the basil. And what I did was to, because they tried so many times to start flowering, but I'm told that, when your herbs flower, the flavor is not as good. So I tried to pinch them off as much as I could. Plus, it also helps them to branch out a lot more too. So I did quite a bit of that. And as much as I tried, the flowers kept coming in. So I think I might leave one of them to flower. And then the other one, we'll just keep using that, to cook with. But it's a pretty good companion plant and it smells really, really nice. This is not my favorite type of basil, but it works pretty good too. I'm not sure of the name of this one, to be honest. And, it was given to us, of course. I'm very grateful. Don't get me wrong. I'm quite happy to have it. So I'm just going in and getting more of these out. And if you're liking this video so far, be sure to give me a thumbs up so it can be recommended to others and they can get a chance to see what's going on. This right here, this is our strawberry. Some more fruits coming up, but this wasn't ready for today, so I decided to leave it. And now, guys, let's take a look at the harvest. So take a look, guys. In 6 weeks, this is what we got. So tell me what you would like from this basket. So I took them inside. And the camera doesn't do it justice to show you how many they have on there. It looks so much smaller here, but when we weighed them, they were almost 2 pounds of beans, which is awesome. And I noticed too that they keep a little bit longer. They store longer in the refrigerator when it's one that you have grown yourself. Now, after 2 days, this is what the peppers were looking like. So they all got red. Once peppers or tomatoes blush, you can bring them inside and they're going to ripen up very quickly for you. So we still have some that, are left behind. So we can go in again. And, I find that beans are one of the easiest things to grow, especially these green beans. So I highly recommend growing them if you like them. They have pretty good nutritional value. And they also help to, put nitrogen in the soil because they can fix nitrogen from, when it rains and all of that. So, it's an added plus to have them in your garden. So, we look forward to having more harvests. When the tomatoes come around, God willing, I hope to share that with you. And I will say also that these Rose of Sharon, they do offer a little bit of shade from the heat of the day. So, because sometimes beans can get burned a little bit, so it's good to put them in an area where maybe they're protected from the afternoon sun if it's possible if you are growing beans. And I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you so much to our channel members. We appreciate you so, so much. And for those of you that share our videos out with fellow gardeners, that means a lot to us. And if this is your first time here, I certainly hope that you will consider subscribing and journeying along with us on this wonderful hobby called gardening. So many uses, that are such a benefit to us. So I'm going to leave you with our little pollinator friend right here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Happy gardening. And I do hope to see you in the next one. Take care.